Warning, an unidentified cosmic cloud has appeared deep within the Terminate's domain. Our visuals have been impaired from some of their controlled planets. We believe this spore is accelerating the expansion of new variants to new planets. This phenomenon is being referred to as the Gloom. Out in the deep, where stars ignite, a cosmic cloud emerges, our future fight. Sending whispers of chaos in super-Earth breath, floating towards us, a harbinger of death.
Good morning, defenders of Super-Earth. That ominous tune was The Gloom by Whitaker, who confided to me that he felt a little unsure about this one, but I like it. It's very rich in that vibe of that cool gothic techno phase that America got into back in the early 2000s, with classics like Blade, The Matrix, and the Underworld series. It almost feels like Eiffel 65 reimagined for a darker, edgier audience, which is a band my then best friend and now wife absolutely hates because of how I tortured her with I'm Blue for years on end while we were growing up together. I still adore that song. Maybe I'll play it on the show sometime to infect you all with that pneumatic hazard. As for the gloom itself, I'm not worried. Everything has a cause and a reason, and any problem can be solved if you throw enough 500 kg bombs at it. We'll figure this out, adapt, and overcome. Whitaker is right about one thing, though. This is our future fight, and the Terminus look miffed in there. Following the liberation of Hellmire late last night, the Liberation fleet moved on to Vandalon IV, deeming Curia a lost cause, whose defense looks like it will crumble completely within the hour. There appears to be little that can be done about the wayward lunar body, so we're gonna have to stick a pin in this and come back to it later. Crimsica has received some fresh reinforcements and is slowly starting to turn the tide back against its tyrannical bug oppressors. Like, really slowly. Current projections at the rate this planet is going predict victory sometime in the month of September. Maybe. At the moment, they're just succeeding at holding the line. There are also some few thousand Helldivers making a play at Erson Sands, but as that planet is playing host to the gloom, there is little that can be done. It remains firmly rooted in the no-change category and just as firmly clutched in the enemy's undemocratic grasp, crying out for liberation in vain. Vandalon IV continues to make good progress, passing 30% liberation this morning. It has remained in a softened-up state thanks to the efforts of many brave Helldivers conducting partisan tactics over the past few weeks to keep the bots off balance. Victory on this frozen ball of spit is forecasted as of roughly noon Super-Earth Eastern Standard Democratic Time tomorrow, which will leave the taking of toasters off air at Troost as the only certain remaining objective of Operation Hammer and Shield. That's not to say we're getting off easy. We still need to defend 5 planets, and so far we've succeeded once and lost once. Is it still possible? Absolutely, but we're off to a bit of a rocky start. I am not the kind of person to ever say do better, because anyone who's ever said those words unironically is just looked at as a massive tool. But I will ask nicely. Pretty please? Can we have some more violent Helldivers? Just a little more? For your angel of the airwaves? Now, before I close out the show, I have a request, dear viewers. The top minds on board the Mercy have come up with a theory based on how autocannon rounds interact with bot fabricators. You can ricochet the rounds straight down if you hit at the proper angle. Can this same thing not be done against rocket artillery by hitting their raised launchers with autocannon shells? If true, this means that these tanks can be blapped from any angle, and that's how you can smoke them. However, this requires more testing and skill than the crew of the Mercy can reasonably arrange on our own. So test this theory out for me and report in the comments. It's just an experiment. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. And sometimes experiments work and sometimes they don't. In fact, leave a comment if you found a winning strategy to bust up these awful things. Right now, we know ourselves, but not the enemy, and thus we are imperiled in every battle. That's been Liberty's latest with me, ponderatheradioangel. I anticipate us being put on the defense again today with attacks likely pretty much anywhere within the TQZ. But now that Curia is completely flopped over, I expect an attack on Hellmire at some point with the bots pressing closer to Super Earth and really trying to get our attention to pull us off Vandalon IV so they can try to recover there. Those of you who are taking medication to control your psychotic, violent impulses, today, stop taking it and get out there out of the field. We need all the help we can get, and you at your worst. For liberty, for freedom, for democracy, and for Super Earth.